Danny Flexen here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by an absolute legend in heavyweight, Dereck Chisora, here in London. Not looking much like a legend right now. You look like you've had a long day already and you've still got to fly out to Saudi. How's everything going?
Good, man. Can't complain. Nice. Monday's always one of those hard days to kick off starting. Just looking forward to go to Saudi now.
And you're going to Saudi, of course, for a big fight, certainly crossover fight between Jake Paul and Tommy Fury. We saw you there during the face-off. We'll talk about the face-off in a minute. But what's your kind of role with the whole event? Because it looks like you're a pretty big deal in Saudi boxing right now.
Yeah, if you want to say it like that, yeah. Right now, my role is just sit down and talk. That's my role. That's what I'm doing.
You're very good at it.
I don't know yet. I don't know. I'm still learning.
I think you're doing well. For a new beginner, shall we say. I think you're used to talking about boxing, so I think that certainly helps. You were there at the face-off. It all got a bit crazy. You're used to being the centre of these sort of press conference fracas and stuff like that. You were kind of in the middle this time. What did you make of all that and Tommy with his shirt off and them trying to go at it?
What are we talking about here?
The face-off between when they got in the ring.
Oh, yeah. Down in Wembley.
Yeah.
Oh, it was funny. You know, Tommy came. You can tell who's more, who loves themselves and who don't. You know, when Tommy walked in there, took his top off. You know, Jake Paul came in there casual, just chilled, just have a conversation. You know, got a bit heat up. It was very nice. It was exactly what we wanted.
How did it feel to be in the centre of all that, but you're not the one shouting at someone, throwing a table and stuff? It must feel strange.
Up like this. It's exciting. So it was good. You know, it's just two lions ready to go. You know, there's been a back and forth. We'll see on Sunday. So it's exciting. It's only not far off now. Only a couple of days left.
Let's talk about those two lions. Jake Paul this week has been challenging Carl Froch, of all people. Does that show he might be a bit distracted?
Yeah, he's going to whoop Carl Froch's ass.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Why do you think that? I mean, Carl Froch is a legend like yourself, you know, former world champion more than once.
That's what I said, a legend. Carl Froch he has to go in his house, dust off his boxing gloves, dust off his gum shield to fight Jake Paul. So he ain't been in the game for a while, for 5 years now. Exactly. So by the time he gets in there, he might pull a hamstring. You know, listen, that's why he's a legend. He should stay the fuck out of the ring.
You must rate Jake Paul to an extent then, because even an ageing Carl Froch, even with a torn hamstring, if that is indeed what happens, you know, you've rated him to beat someone like that.
Carl Froch, if you're listening to me, stay the fuck away from that ring, from that young lion. He's gonna eat you up.
Wow. Well, on that bombshell, Tommy Fury is the one taking on Jake Paul first, though, this weekend. Tyson famously said that he will disown Tommy if he loses, probably tongue-in-cheek. But what do you make of that? And is there a lot more pressure on Tommy in this fight, being the traditional boxer, having the Fury name?
Yeah, you know, Tyson won't disown him. It would just be like, oh, there'll be a barbecue at Tyson's house. And Tommy won't be invited.
Delete his number.
Blah, so we forgot to send you the party, the barbecue invitation. We'll send you one next week. You know, but you know what? Brothers will be brothers. There's always banter like that with brothers, isn't it? So, you know, you don't lose to that guy in the playground. You don't do this without, you know. It's one of those things. But family will be family, you know. So it's. I don't think he would disown him. He would just be disappointed. That's it.
Is there more pressure on Tommy Fury, regardless of what Tyson said, just because he's the boxer and people expect him to win?
Oh yeah, there's more pressure. There's pressure on Tommy Fury. Big pressure. big pressure. It's massive pressure. But I think he'll come out of it. And but the best thing about it, if he loses, there's no alcohol in Saudi, so he'll come back home sober and start drinking when he gets to London. So
that's an interesting way of looking at it, though, I've got to say. There's been talk about you, both recently and in the past, about you fighting someone not from a traditional boxing background, whether that be an MMA fighter or something like that. How do you feel about that if it was you? Because it is more pressure on the person who's got all that boxing experience.
It's pressure. It's pressure every day when you get in the ring with somebody trying to take your jaw off, bro. So it don't really matter. It's called entertainment, bro.
And on the subject of Jake Paul and Tommy Fury, people are going to be tuning in, BT Sport box office. How big a deal do you think this can be in terms of the pay-per-view numbers and the audience it attracts?
Jake Paul do amazing in the States. Now we have to see if Tommy can do amazing here. If Tommy was fighting somebody else, I don't think anybody will download or buy that. But he's fighting Jake Paul. So the downloads on this side are going to be amazing.
And that's even more pressure on Tommy, really, isn't it? Because as you just pointed out, it's kind of a measure of how much of a draw he is.
Yeah, it's pressure. It's big-time pressure, bro. Big-time pressure. So it's going to be amazing.
Is there a part of you that kind of wishes a big-name YouTuber would call you out? Because it could be an easy night at the office for a lot of money?
No. I'm just happy what God gives me. You know, God gives me that, I will take that. I will not ask him, why are you giving me this for? What can you give me that? I'm happy what I'm given every day.
And we last saw you in ring, obviously, against Tyson, the third fight. You fought him twice before. Where is he in his career now? Is he in his prime, based on your experience?
From my understanding, he's in Dubai right now.
Very good. Do you feel he's in his prime compared to the previous times you fought him? Do you notice any signs of fading, perhaps? I don't know.
I think he's staying at the Burj Mahal or Burj Khalifa. That's where he's staying right now.
Room number?
Him and his beautiful wife Paris and his kids. So, room number, I do not know. He's staying in the suite.
Just talking of Tyson and your fight, it was the last time we saw you. When are we going to see you back in the ring?
You see me back in the ring in Saudi while I'm promoting.
We'll see you in a ring, yeah.
Yeah, you'll see me back in the ring in Saudi.
Is it going to be the same if I say, when are we next going to see you throwing punches?
When I'm shadowboxing.
Can you tell people at least out there, because a lot of people are not concerned about you, but want to know what's next for you. There is a next chapter. You're not going to sail off into the sunset just yet.
Listen to me. Do not feel sorry for me, because since I was born, everybody felt sorry for me. You know, just admire me. You know, people feel sorry for me. Do not feel sorry for me. It's up there. I know what I'm doing. If I announce something big will be coming soon. And just wait and see.
Is it only big fights for you now?
Big, man. I prefer big. I only wake up for big fights.
And just before I let you go, we are here mainly to talk about Fury and Jake Paul. Who's going to win that fight and how?
I want Tommy to win the fight. How? I do not know. But it'll be a great fight. And the only way you can watch it is on BT Box Office. Make sure you watch it on BT Box Office.
Is that Sky Box Office? No. BT Box Office. Just got a Chisora stare.
You're trying to fuck with my money, ain't you?
I know better than that. Dereck, really, really appreciate it, mate. And yeah, look forward to seeing you back in the ring.
Thank you.
And you.